We are back now with today's checklist. All of us deal with headaches from time to time, and this morning we are going to talk about what causes them and when they could be a sign of something more serious. So NBC News medical reporter Dr. Akshay Syal is here to help. Good morning.
Hey, Doc.
Good morning.
Welcome back, Doc. Welcome back. So let's just start simple. Headaches, we all get them, but they're different. So what are some of the most common types of headaches that you see?
So, Craig, I think everybody watching this program has had a headache at one point, and it's really important to
every morning. I'm kidding.
It's really important to understand the differences because they can have different treatments and different symptoms. So we'll start with tension headaches, right?
Okay.
Tension headaches are the most common. They're the kind of headache that you sort of get on both sides of your head. People say that it sort of feels like a headband wrapping their head. It's the kind of headache you get when your friend has a new drum set and he invites you over and he starts playing. That's a tension headache.
Okay.
It's a little bit different than a migraine, right? So migraines tend to be on one side of the head. They tend to, some people tell us they get nauseous before. They may have numbness or tingling. These are scary symptoms, a little bit different than a tension headache. Sinus headache, this one is really important for this time of year, right? It's allergy season. A lot of people deal with those chronic allergies. If you get an infection on top of it, maybe flu, COVID, a sinus infection, you can have pain in this area of the head. And lastly, cluster headaches, Craig, a little bit more rare, tend to be one-sided. They can cause tearing of the eyes. It can cause nasal congestion, really, really severe, but just something that we thought people should know.
Okay, actually, I just learned a lot about headaches there. Triggers, what are some of the common triggers that people may not fully appreciate that might be causing some of these headaches?
Lack of sleep, and I love saying this to a morning show anchor. What time do you get up? I'm just curious.
3:45.
Yeah, so lack of sleep is a big one. It can actually make the pain more, or the body more receptive to pain, more sensitive to pain.
Explains a lot.
Dehydration, another big one to focus on. If the brain sort of shrinks from that lack of fluid, it can cause pressure around it or pain around it to start to form. Stress. This is a really, really big one because it can cause sort of muscle knots and tension in the neck, which can cause that sort of headband feeling we talked about earlier. And lastly, caffeine. Are you a coffee guy?
I am. Just one cup in the morning, though.
What happens when you skip it?
I do get a little, yeah.
Yeah. So caffeine's tricky. It can actually treat headaches. Excedrin, which is a migraine medicine, has caffeine. But for people like you and I who have caffeine every morning, you skip it one day, I think we all know what happens.
That explains a lot because on the weekends, I don't have as much coffee. And oftentimes, especially on a Sunday morning, I'm like, God, what's it? So I should keep drinking the coffee throughout the week.
There's
That's
also
a doctor's
kids
order.
too,
That's
Sunday
true.
morning.
That's true.
So there's that. When is a headache something more serious?
Red flag symptoms, Dylan, right? Things to watch for. And this is the little inside scoop into what doctors are listening for when you go to an ER, for example. If you say the worst headache of your life, that sort of triggers alarm bells in us. We worry about a potential brain bleed. So if it is something that you think you're feeling, don't be shy about letting us know. Fever, stiff neck, especially among people in college-age kids, we worry about meningitis. So any sort of fever can trigger or signal an infection, so something to watch out for. Pain after head trauma. We see this a lot in our grandparents, for example, who fall. Maybe they're on blood thinners. Really, really important for people out there watching to watch for some signs.
Same for kids, too, because they hit their heads a lot.
Exactly. And if they start to get confusion or sort of numbness, tingling, any sort of neurologic symptoms, especially after trauma, call 911.
Okay. What about supplements or treatments? Do they work?
A lot of people don't want to jump to medications, and I understand that if they have headaches and they sort of want to stick to something more natural. A couple ones here to know: magnesium and vitamin B2. Both of these have been shown to actually reduce the duration and intensity of migraines.
Do you take it when you get the migraine?
It's a good question, Dylan. It's better as a sort of prophylactic or preventative measure, about 400 milligrams of each. But of course, talk to your doctor. There are some people who can't take certain things. And a lot of new prescription medicines out there, new CGRP blockers. A lot of people don't know about these. They're injectable medicines. You may only have to use them once every few months, but really, really advanced technology.
Okay.
So, Doc, you kind of alluded to this a second ago, but what can you do to either ameliorate the problem or avoid it altogether?
So, Al, my favorite tip, keep a headache diary. If you have a headache and you start to notice you're not feeling right, what did you eat that day? What did you eat the night before? Did you sleep? Did you have a new friend over? Everything matters, and they can sort of help us tell what kind of headache you're having.
Did your in-laws come over?
Did your in-laws come over? Yeah, true story. Hydration and exercise, we talked about the importance of those two earlier. Make sure your stress levels are managed and keep a sort of supply of over-the-counter medications on handy. Tylenol, Advil, you never know when it might come in handy, guys.
All right, Doc.
Really cool.
Great.
Appreciate that.
Good tips.
Thank you.
Syal. Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.